Hey everybody, Raul here for Bass Musician Magazine, and today we have the extraordinary honor and pleasure of chatting with bassist for Drivin N Cryin, Tim Nielsen. Yay!
Hey, hello, Raul. How are you?
Outstanding, outstanding. Well, Tim, there's exciting news because you guys have a new album, Crushing Flowers, coming up in a few days as we're speaking. So, April 10th for anybody that looks at this at a different time. But let's go to the past. How did you get started in music and particularly on bass?
Well, it's funny because I still make music with some of these same guys that I used to hang out with in high school in our little garage basement band. We were a band called the Night Porters. I don't even know if we had a name when we first started playing. I started off as the lead singer because I was a guitar player, but I wasn't quite as accomplished as my buddies. And then I was playing saxophone in the school band, and I quit that, and I pawned my saxophone and went and bought a bass. Because I go, oh, I'll be the bass player. They don't, it's like I'm not good enough on guitar, so I'll learn bass. So that's what I did. So I went and bought a Rickenbacker 4001 bass, a red bass. I just recently bought another bass that looks like my first bass, sentimental thing, but I really liked it. But yeah, that's how I got into bass. And then I graduated from high school. I moved to Minneapolis. I brought my bass with me. I was jamming with a couple guys up there, and then I came back to Atlanta and got back with my high school buddies, the Night Porters, and played with those guys for a few years. We toured the East Coast a few times. And then I met Kevin Kinney, and we formed Drivin N Cryin back in 1985. So,
Wow, so 35-year run there. That's
yeah,
impressive. Nice. And
yeah.
are you self-taught or did you pursue further studies on bass?
Self-taught on the bass, yeah. Still learning. Yeah, I mean, I learned how to read music and stuff, and I played saxophone in the school band, but as far as like learning how to play guitar and bass, it was just self-taught. I mean, I got a tuner and just played along with records. I mean, I learned how to play bass from the Ramones' first album. You just pan the bass over to one side and the guitar to the other. So it was kind of like, yeah, that was it, you know?
There you go. Well, and among many things, in this illustrious 35 years you guys have been together, you are in the Georgia Music Hall of Fame, which is it's an achievement, and you
Yeah.
kind of fall within what I call the parameters of Southern rock, would be kind of a general descriptive there.
Yes.
And this new album, Crushing Flowers, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, when we decided we were going to go ahead and make a new album, we reached out to our former guitar player and good friend Sadler Vaden, who's really been making waves over the last few years as a producer. I think he's got Grammys and stuff for Morgan Wade and does a bunch of other people in country and Americana and rock. And so we reached out to Sadler, and about a year ago, March, yeah, it's just about a little bit over a year ago, we went in the studio in East Nashville and cut the basic tracks, and then we kind of worked on the record for the next 6 months in that studio and different studios in Atlanta, and I mean, in my place in Charleston, South Carolina, and then got the record finished up and mastered, and it's pressed, and I think it's being mailed right now to our merchandise company and our distributor.
So now you guys are on your own label at this time?
Yeah, we have our own label, Drivin N Cryin Records, and we have distribution through the Orchard for the USA. And that distribution is the most important thing, because then we have our physical product available for record stores to buy, but we also have everything streaming, so there's a cohesiveness to that process. So yeah, it works.
Well, and you mentioned your Rickenbacker, but you should talk a little bit about how you're getting your sound. What are you playing on?
I've always been a precision bass SVT guy, always. Being a little bit older, I didn't want to haul that SVT around anymore. So over the last handful of years, I've been using an orange bass terror head and the Ampeg 610 cabinet. When we were making this record, I was like, I kind of want to spruce up my stage image a little bit, and I had an artist deal with Orange, and so I went ahead and got a couple of cabinets and a second amp. So I only need to play one amp at a time, but I have a backup. So I use the orange bass terror head and then two orange 410 cabinets currently. And it sounds great. I mean, just started using a pedal board. I mean, back in the day, I used to use the DBX compression, but then I quit doing that. And then I was just playing direct into the amp, and then went through a phase where I was playing the Mark bass head. and I blew that up. And then I got the orange because I used the orange in Europe with Dan Baird and those guys when we were on tour with them. Yeah, just got a little pedal now, so I use like this little Ampeg preamp, and then I have a bass clone chorus pedal that I use, and every once in a while I hit the old Big Muff Pi. It's plenty of sound, often too loud and need to come down. So
you have a perfect string.
I use Roto Sounds. Yeah, long scale, standard gauge, round wound for the most part. Yeah.
Perfect. So, and as we're looking ahead, I know that you guys have some tour plans, from what I could see, the South US predominantly, and then heading north, maybe in the summer.
Yeah, I think this summer we're going to be going to the Midwest and possibly the Northeast. And I think there's some Texas talk, and there may even be some West Coast talk.
Ah, interesting.
So we haven't been out to the West Coast in a long time. So why not? You know?
Indeed, indeed. Well, and if people want to know where you guys are going to be, where would be the best place for them to look?
Just go to the drivincryin.com and look at our tour page.
Okay.
And most of those links go over to bands in town, because everything's kind of ends up in bands in town. So you'll find ticket links and stuff like that on bands in town.
Nice, nice. And of course, you guys have social media as well, pretty much everything around Drivin N Cryin.
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. I mean, our website is going to be how you find the bands in town links. So
exactly. Perfect. Well, Tim, we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. We know you're out on spring break, enjoying a little time off before the record hits the ground. Folks, look.
Yeah, I got to play in Athens on Saturday night. The record comes out officially Friday, streaming everywhere.
Nice, nice. So again, folks, look for Crushing Flowers coming to a venue near you. You've seen him here on Bass Musician Magazine, Tim Nielsen.
All right, thanks, Raul.
Thank you.